That looks badass. Give me 1 sec. Episode 9? Brother. Quit while you're ahead, bro. That you have a long way to go, bro. Rewatch it again, you forgot? Well, shit, there's not much to rewatch, bro, since you only stopped at the 9th episode. I love Gurren Lagann. And speaking of Boruto, Boruto season, the second season for Boruto was announced. Damn straight, bro. He got a long way to go with One Piece, bro. If you stopped at episode 9, bro, oh my god. Even skipping filler, it's still gonna take you all to get up to One Piece. Crazy, dude. Episode 9. Oh, so I noticed Akiyama doesn't have any heat actions for when an opponent's on the ground. Or is that probably something we have to unlock? Kiryu had that shit right away. Yeah, you're talking about Captain Kuro of the Thousand Plans, bro. That you're on syrup you're on syrup city arc. You're on syrup town arc or syrup village arc. My bad. That's where they recruit Usopp, bro. Oh my god, episode 9. I mean, I'll give you credit for at least watching a couple episodes, but damn, you might as well stick to non-mainstream anime, bro. Like. I would say Full Metal Alchemist episodes, Full Metal Alchemist list of episodes is probably up your alley since that one's not really much. Winry is the Bay. But Lust is on it. But Lust? Lust. I like Riza Hawkeye. Riza Hawkeye, Maria Ross. I had more, but I can't remember. I think there was Rose too. Same, especially a homunculus with long nails. Well, claw-like nails.
もう油固まっちゃってるよ。あれ、ライター、ライター。あれ？
You know when you don't have that lighter, bro, it's a problem. Is that Akiyama from years ago or no? The one in the middle?
すみません。
あ、すみません。お客さんですか。どうぞどうぞ。はい。
Saijima's
スカ
sister?
イファイナンスってこちらでよろしいんでしょうか。
ええ。ああ、ここちょっと分かりにくい場所ですもんね。どうぞどうぞ、おかけください。
はい。
So this is Yasuko Saijima?
はい。
ご融資のご相談でしょうか。
ええ。まあ。
One from the picture. Ah.
はい。
タバコ吸ってもいいでしょうか。
ああ、はいはい。どうぞどうぞ。すいませんね。接客はいつもジムの女の子に任せっきりなもんで、こういう時気が利きませんで。
I dig that lighter design. Damn.
どうぞ。
すみません。はい。
それでご融資の件ですが。
はい。それなんですが、
ええ。
こちら
Are you prepared to risk your life on it? Now that you've drawn your pistol, are you willing to use it? I'm saying that guns aren't for threats, they're for actions.
本当でしょうか。
無制限ですか。どちらでそのような。
Bro, you're gonna find more than just one quote in One Piece, bro. There's many quotes in One Piece. But brother, you have a long way to go, man.
まあいいでしょう。
Good luck.
多分あなたへの融資を断った同業他社の方。
Not that you even plan to continue it, I can tell that. I bet you don't plan to continue it, bro. You gonna make it up to at least 20 episodes and then stop. Just like that.
他にもいろいろ吹き込まれたんでしょ。うちの店は同業の人たちには。
When I got back into One Piece, I was in high school by the time, bro, when I got back into One Piece. And it took me my whole high school years to catch back up, and now I'm back up. That's how long it took me, my whole high school years. All 4 years to get back up with One Piece. And by that time, they were on Zoe arc, which was after Dressrosa arc. That wasn't even on the 1000s.
大女優。んあ、はい。
Zoe arc is literally like around, when I caught up to One Piece, Zoe arc was literally like around the 700s. Like around 751. And that arc was set after Dressrosa. Dressrosa was practically one of the big One Piece arcs that ran long during my high school years and shit. It was one of the longest One Piece arcs in my opinion. Now, if you were watching One Piece from probably back then when it was somewhere around the 500s and stuff, maybe you would have caught up. But now that it's 1000, bro, it's gonna be a long run. When I caught up, I was somewhere around. It was somewhere where One Piece was around the 700s and shit. Then leading up from there, I watched the new episodes. I watched one of the episodes where they had an episode special. Plus watched all the movies, like the OVAs, everything, man. I couldn't stop with One Piece. Y'all remember Dax. Dax reads the manga. But he's not caught up with the anime, though. I think he said something about the manga, but I don't think he was caught up with the manga, though. But point is, if you're gonna watch all of One Piece, you need to, like One Piece, catching up with One Piece, bro, is like, it makes it hard for you to focus on your life and other shit while also trying to catch up to an anime with 1000. And not many people have that time these days to watch a long-running anime and catch up. Which is why I don't recommend One Piece to other people who have lives and stuff. Because saying you want to catch up with One Piece with 1000 and something episodes is literally, like, you know, like, that's why I don't recommend it. Damn straight, it's a lot of episodes. It's no joke. You'd have to be fully committed to actually. I don't really say you should be committed to finishing an anime or catching up with it, for example, and stuff like that. But that's too much though. When I caught up, I was somewhere around the 700s, but catching up with 1000 is crazy. Yeah, Detective Conan is up that alley too, and the same for Pokemon. Pokemon is another long-running anime that's been running for years as well, which I was also thinking of re-downloading Pokken Tournament, since I did a factory reset and lost one of my datas for it, so I might re-download Pokken Tournament again. You're talking about Arlong, bro. That was like, you know, yeah. So you were on Arlong Park, then. You were on Arlong Park. That's literally a couple episodes from now, like somewhere around the 20s or something. I'm not sure, but that's literally the first season, bro. You have at least a couple episodes left to catch the first peak moment of One Piece, bro, and that is the walk to Arlong Park, where Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp walk straight to Arlong. That's when you've reached peak One Piece. The first couple of episodes aren't peak enough.
さっき10日以内って言ってたけど、つまりあなたすぐにお金が必要なんだよね。
はい。
急いでるんだよね。
はい、そうです。
でもテストに受からなかったら
And I'm talking episode 37. When you get to episode 37, that's where you reach peak for the first time.
Hi. やらせてください。
本当にいいんですね。
私にはもう他の選択肢はないんです。お願いします。そのテスト受けさせてください。
Oh yeah, I was the one that got shot, but was still alive. Going on stuff.
"それじゃあ明日。
ご来店お待ちしてます。お名前聞いてもよろしいですか？
Yes.
リリーと言います。
リリさんですか？
I'm guessing that's a fake persona.
それともお店の名前？
言わないとダメですか？
いえ、いいです。明日のご来店お待ちしてます。
I figured we could save here. Let's see. Where do you technically save at? Right over here? No, that's the door to go out. So I guess the door over here is where you save. I think. No, we entered. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, that was fast. Can we still visit the Millennial Tower? Alright, come on. I guess you still got to do the timing correctly. I missed the charge attacks like Kiwami had. Do little drop kicks. I remember you could do. Ton Akiyama. Oh, not those charge attacks. I'm talking about the ones in Kiwami where you can charge it up and do drop kicks and all that other stuff. Not the ones where you just like, not the ones where you just charge up the heat gauge after a combo. Not those. The other ones in Kiwami. Wonder if I should buy water for that guy. The one that's still waiting. The old dude. The old homeless person that's still waiting and shit. Akiyama's red. Tanimoto is blue. So different aura color types then. A lot more better in this game compared to 3 since it's more fast paced in combat now. Oh, so they made it much more better then. So they fixed up Kiryu and stuff. Cause honestly I wasn't digging the way he was playing in 3. Something messed up, please explain. I just wasn't really too big on Kiryu's playstyle in 3. I wasn't digging it. Mainly because I wasn't too big on, an engine that's that isn't Dragon Engine or the engines that were used in 0 and Kiwami 1. I think Dragon Engine was honestly my favorite. Aside from the enemies mollywopping on the floor and literally just like limping back and forth when they're technically supposed to be, beaten up. That was my favorite thing about Dragon Soul. You could trip enemies on the ground and stuff, and I just had fun with it more. That's why I always got into combat more than in 3. I would just look up any thugs or anything like that and let them come to me and I'd fight them. I wouldn't even have any problem with it. But 3, on the other hand, I just wasn't feeling it. Maybe it would probably be stupid to ask for a Yakuza 3 with Dragon Engine. I mean, since 3 Remastered exists, but... The music on 3 is fine. It's just the gameplay I don't like. And the free roam The free roam and everything, I wasn't really a fan of. Kiryu looked like he wasn't even. Kiryu looked like he wasn't even like walking on the ground and stuff. I'm not really sure. Looked like he was just skating across. Working on Kiwami 3. I hope that works out. I really hope that works out. I wonder if they'll upgrade the cutscenes too and everything. Because he probably won't pass that test. I think they do understand, but you know, not the way you understand. They're using their heads. I'm dead. Bro, I'm dead, bro. They call him Hurricane Salt. I'm dead. We have other business to attend to, you know, but it doesn't look like you'll be leaving anytime soon. So, all right, one more time. Also meets Tatsuya, the main of the game. What's the point of not? What's the point of getting a 5 million? Ignore the background noise. It's not me. Too much more arrivals. How to beat a gang member? Hana? Print shop, make up a bunch of fake cards if I wanted. Nah. So you failed. Now, why would he give you answers for that? That's for you to. That's for you to find out on your own. If a girl will actually be interested in you, but I doubt it. Mm-mm. I don't think best will happen, but it's definitely one of your favorites. Yakuza 4. Let me look it up. Hold on. I want to see what it looks like too. Damn, bro, I got the four goats in it. Got the four goats too, man. I see what you mean now. Yo, it does though. Everybody's outfits clad in black. Well, then again, their original colors are faded out, but their outfits are clad in black, man. That looks good. I think it looks better than the remastered one. Honestly, I think a lot of the Yakuza PS3 covers look better than most of the re-released ones. And Zero had one of my favorites. Remember when Kiryu had his original haircut back then and back then? I'm not really sure. Hold on. Because like the later games he's got like different haircuts and stuff. Well, technically in the later games he's got like the same newer type of haircuts and stuff. And just like I think it was after he switched up his image and stuff when he joined Tachibana. And then his hair went from a fresh cut straight to a different cut, I think. His hairline was a bit different later on. You're able to change Majima's hair in Pirate Yakuza. You can't change Kiryu's? Majima's can go back to the ponytail, right? Is his eyes closed? Has a lot of money in the office. It's in a giant safe. But is it more money than the amount of money that the Tojo clan has then? I found it when he went rogue. Shichifuku Street. The most terrible decision the Tojo clan in this story. Daigo himself? What did he do now? Sold out the Tojo clan? Bro, Daigo doing a 180, bro? Like, isn't Majima the one looking after Daigo, though? Mm. 10 mil. You know, 10 mil was the main problem in Kiwami, wasn't it? She was crazy. You know, it's funny because in Yakuza 0, from what I remember, Kiryu can practically throw around 10 billion yen like it's nothing, bro. And yet 10 million yen was the main thing in Yakuza Kiwami. But Akiyama's not Yakuza though. I dig that design on that sword though. I thought it was fully black, never mind. Yep, got the timing, got the timing, got the timing. Remember what you told me yesterday? That Akiyama's not a Yakuza and just a regular debt collector? Touch Kiryu on the back in Kiwami Kona. That was when Yuya was really starting smoke with Kiryu. And now like later on they're just all cool with each other and shit. Is that guy over there? Does he still need water? Yeah, he still needs water. You know, like, let's do one thing real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna go and get him water afterwards, but for now... Where can we get the water at again, though? From Popo? So I'll go right after this thing. You guys said Adai was a spy, wasn't he? That he was actually a Yakuza? Detective faking being Yakuza?
結局新井の兄貴に連絡が取れなかった俺は一旦事務所に戻ることにした。
Like how the controller vibrates when it's raining, when you hear the storms and shit.
おい誰か
I need rooms like these, bro, with these kinds of windows, bro, when it's raining. But the one question though, does Adai still care for Kido?
失礼します。
Kido's boss died on this part?
親父親父
Oh shit.
死んでる。
Damn. Oh yeah, because he didn't have any top on. Damn straight a fatality. The only girl that comes to mind is Yasuko, but I don't think she would actually do something like that. I mean, Saijima's sister? Probably not, but especially when the boss is in. Fall for that kind of chick, no matter the girl. You never know. I head to a save spot after this. And then thought there was an enemy on top over there, on top of that roof, but never mind. I head to a save spot and stop her here, and then go live later tonight. Because most likely I'll make it a single layered Yakuza stream or probably an Idol Master stream.
柴田組の手先だろうよ。きっとお前か俺の身柄が必要なんだ。なあ、そうだよな。
どういうことですか、秋山さん。
なあ、兄さんよ。俺らの首持ってったって上の世話が納得するわけねえよ。そうだろ。
さあな、それは組長が決めることだ。
おい、ここは俺が食い止める。お前は今のうちに逃げろ。
何言ってんすか。
悪いが、俺の読みじゃお前より俺の方が断然強い。今はとりあえず逃げろ。
秋山さん。
後でスカイファイナンスで落ち合おう。あそこなら何があっても大丈夫だ。
でも
早く行け。
はい。
おっと、あんたらの相手は俺だ。
てめえ、遊びじゃねえんだぞ。指の一本や二本じゃ済まなくなるぜ。
なんだ、本職の脅しってのもその程度のもんか。今さら指とか古いんだよ。
Who lops off fingers anymore?
こっち
I
は
mean, Yakuza still do that. I mean, but
あんたらも肩に舐めてると痛い目に遭うぜ。
言うじゃねえか。それじゃ
I like the way he just said, "Who lops off fingers anymore?"
世界のやり方見せてやるぜ。
望むところだ。
仇だから遠慮すんな。しっかり弾取ったれ。やれ。
Once you become a Yakuza, you can never go back. Are there no ground heat actions for Akiyama? Guessing that pretty much belongs to Kiryu, or like what? The finger losses are the worst part. Oh man. Damn it, let me get that. Hold up. Ish! 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 Oh. Oh, he's back up art. Job. I'm gonna be live on Remastered tonight, so I'll probably stop after this and save. You'll see. Ooh, I'm curious.
何やってんだてめえ。
あ、やっべえな。こりゃ。
秋山、お前またヤクザ相手に乱闘か。あ？今朝の忠告忘れたわけじゃねえよな。
杉内さん。
まあいい。言い訳はまた署でゆっくり聞こうじゃねえか。
それちょっと。
That's just what I need. Another saga.
被害者だし。
うるせえ。すべこ言ってんじゃねえ。確保。確保だ。はい。
やべ。
待ちなさい。
Yes, sir. They're running, bro. Okay. When you find yourself fleeing during a chase battle, try to accomplish your goal before your chase gauge is fully depleted. Your current objective is to reach Sky Finance. When you are in danger of being caught, the icon will sometimes appear in the upper right corner of the screen. Press Y in time to stop and fight off the pursuer with a heat action. Successfully executing a heat action will temporarily stop the enemy in their tracks. However, as the heat actions can be used once per chase event, use it at the last resort. Shit! Quick turns can be used during chase events as a technique to round corners without losing speed. This technique comes in handy in areas with many corners such as rooftops. Quick turns are executed by using... Okay. At certain points on the rooftops, you can leap from one building to the next. Run towards the leap point to execute a running jump. To make it to the other side unharmed, you must press the correct button with the correct timing. However, even if you fail, you will not fall off the building. Close one. That was much faster than the other quick time events. Whew! So that's how you do it, alright. I want to do more. It was fast. So Hana is who they meant.
間に合わなかったか。
So Hana was the one that could fight then? Oh, ugh! That's gonna hurt. Damn, bro.
命拾いしたね。ただいま。
When you play Tiny Moo, you can chase criminals.
はいお水
サンキュー。どっちにしてもこれじゃまた警察行きだな。
Back to regular work like it's nothing. I'm dead. I'm dead. Perfect timing. Chapter 2 done. Chapter 3. Trouble in the Tojo clan. Trouble in the Tojo clan. So it's back to Kiryu then? Maybe? No. Still Akiyama. Yeah, that was definitely a good workout for sure. He already is older. Sajima's next. The dude in the green fit. Alright, thanks. Tanimura's turn. Kiryu was last. Guess that makes sense since we've seen Kiryu in every game since he's the main character, I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. The Stega Club is right over there. Pickpocket. Well, I did want more chases, so let's do it. Oh, make it again. I'll catch him off on this side. There you go. talking.
やっと捕まえたぜ。
Well, that's a lot of Sonic boost. That's for sure. A lot of speed. I'm sorry, but your praise is less than flattering. That's crazy. Throw things at the bad guys and criminals. I thought Komaki was the one that could help us tap into our dormant abilities. Is Saigo just here to literally replace Bachusis? Or like what? Dash kick. Do bashing when chasing to slow them down. I'll come back. Next time I hop on Yakuza, I'll come back. I didn't think we can go this high up. But tonight I'll pretty much be live on Idolmaster. So yeah. Welcome back, Jab. Like how the map switches up like that. Alright, so I'm gonna be back later tonight. We are on chapter 3 now for Yakuza 4. Tonight when I get back, yeah, you guys were stuff. Appreciate that, you guys. Alright, I'll be back tonight.